Hi there, it's Rachel, and I'm making this video today to tell you about the wonders of castor oil. Yes, that's right, castor oil. I know some of you, probably your parents or grandparents, used to talk about how their parents or grandparents would make them take teaspoons or tablespoons of it to help them go to the bathroom. So that's not what I'm talking about in this video. Instead, as castor oil as a great use for joint pain management as well as lubrication for joints and a couple of other things that we can use it, but primarily using it externally and topically for joints. So I've been threatening to make a video like this for years. I've probably recommended castor oil to like literally hundreds of people over the last 10 years. And partially because it's very inexpensive and it's something that you can find at most drugstores. So do yourself a favor and just go and get a bottle. It lasts for a long time, doesn't go bad very quickly, and you can have it around for lots of different uses. And so why castor oil, you might be wondering. The first reason is that anything actually that you put on your skin goes directly into your bloodstream. So this is a good thing to know. First of all, it's just like all of your soap, your shampoo, anything you apply to your skin, it's going into your bloodstream. Castor oil, because it's so thick and viscous, here I brought my bottle so you could see how it moves. It's very goopy. Yeah, so my dad, he grew up on a farm and he said that they used to use castor oil on the tractors. So it's pretty viscous. And because it's so thick and it's so viscous, it's highly penetrating, which means that it will go into the joint where the bloodstream cannot. So while certain things like you may have heard of tiger balm or arnica gel, these are great things to have topically for pain management and they do wonders. But in terms of working with the joint, they're not going to necessarily penetrate into the joint. But castor oil will. It will penetrate to the places where there are no blood flow. Okay, cool. That's cool. Why does that matter? Number two, castor oil, part of the reason that you would take it to help you to have a bowel movement, or some women have taken it to bring on labor, this is because it has a mild steroid in it, which is toxic basically if we take it internally. So it causes us to expel. So, and when I say toxic, like, I don't want you to think that putting it on your skin is toxic. It's not. It's just that when we take especially large amounts internally, it will make us go to the bathroom or have a baby, if there's one in there and it's time for it to come out. But when you put it on your joints and it penetrates into the places where the bloodstream does not, that mild steroid has an anti-inflammatory action. And so on a daily basis, especially if we have arthritis or an injury in particular to a joint or the tendon or any other part of the joint, the castor oil is going to be really helpful, not only in decreasing inflammation, but also in lubricating the joint. And when we have this lubrication in the joint, it helps the joint to actually heal and to repair. And joint healing and repairing can take a long time because there isn't a lot of blood flow in the joint, or sometimes none at all. It's more around the joint and the muscular tissue. So the castor oil can help the connective tissue to be nice and supple and healthy, and create a little lubrication, especially where there might be like bone on bone. Getting just some lubrication in there can be really helpful. So my recommendation to you is to go and get a bottle. You can tell I've had this for a while. It's like really kind of gross. But get a bottle at your local drugstore, and you'll just use a tiny little bit, like say on your knee. I have an old knee injury and I put my hand like this on the top of the thing. I take the cap off, obviously, and I go like that, just like that, so that there's just like a little bit on my palm. And then I would like this and rub it completely into the joint, whichever joint, on the back of your neck, on your low back. One thing to know is that because it's so thick, like say you're putting it on your knee every night, you might want to cover it with like a tube sock. So like I'll cut the foot off the tube sock and put that around my knee, because the castor oil can make a stain on your pajamas or on your sheets. Another great way to use it is on your feet at night before bed. And this can help the joints in your feet, like if you're on your feet all day, but it's also just very grounding for the nervous system. So if you're having a really hard time calming down and falling asleep, a little castor oil on the soles of your feet, little foot massage, some socks before bed can sometimes be just the ticket. So those are some of the uses. There are more, but we'll just start there with daily use, maybe before bed or sometimes morning and night on any afflicted joint. It's not something that you'll feel like immediately. It's something that, if done over time, can be really good care for a joint or for an injury. And then another way to use it is on the soles of your feet before you go to bed at night. So I hope you found this video helpful. Go get yourself some castor oil, and maybe soon you'll find out some other uses for the one, the only castor oil. Thanks for watching.